I gotta turn it down a little bit. I'll get copyright. After this, stand this way. Oh, everybody's out of TikTok jail. Uncle Birch coming to you live and liking myself just to get things rolling. And let's see. I'm live on YouTube. I think I'll share the YouTube to my Facebook.
Are you ready, Boots?
My Boots is always ready. I can't share this to YouTube. I know. Stupid. Okay, I can't share YouTube. Barely can stand that device up. Let's see. So, which with two dogs? Hello. I just got out of Facebook, or I'm sorry, TikTok jail. Hold on. Hold on. I don't even know if when I'm doing this you even hear me. And wife's been DJing out here in the back for us, just out back chilling. Terrible connection on TikTok. Let me look here. Hold on. Oh, now it's green again. Okay, now we have a good connection on TikTok. But just got out of TikTok jail, and whenever that happens, I immediately go live. And you never really know because they always screw up the time. Today, the time was actually in my time zone, where often they say, you know, I'd be waiting for that second to happen, and they actually meant Western time. Pacific. I forgot my whole life living on Pacific time, and I forgot what it was called temporarily. So, missed y'all. Got quite a few videos I got to post. I'll try not to post the ones that got community guidelines violations on the other two accounts, but you really need to follow me. You know, everywhere you can find me. I'm not even going to tell you all the places. But Uncle Birch 4, Which School, WITCHSKEWL. Coming to you live from New Orleans. I'm on YouTube on one device and TikTok on the other device. Doing my victory lap over here on TikTok. But they definitely didn't shut me up. Like whenever something happens on this channel, my other channels get active. And unfortunately, I've noticed, you know, when things are okay on this channel, I neglect my other channels. So I'm going to try not to do that. I'm going to try and like multi-post to all my channels whenever I make a video, because they just can't stop you that way. And both Marta's all but quit smoking, and I've cut down drastically from that. But I'm going to have me a couple hits. Back when we first started coming on, people would always comment on how I tore my filters off. So, come a long way, really. Um, so, they can try and shut you up for whatever reason. You know, it's hard to even tell now. You know, for the longest time, it was being attacked by Christians. I lost my 65,000 follower account because they got organized, and then now we've got, you know, some butthurt practitioners from other groups that they organize too. They mass report. We organize back. We mass report. It's a vicious, stupid circle. But you know where it doesn't fucking matter? Everywhere but here. Everywhere there, you notice you can still see me, right? Well, that's because you're on YouTube. The people on TikTok, I guess, you know, palm readers could give me a palm reading right fucking now. But they're the only ones that really have this problem. Everything that people tried to stop me from posting on all of my accounts on TikTok are getting quite a bit of traffic on YouTube, on Instagram, on Patreon, on Twitch, on Vimeo. I probably don't even remember some of the places that it's posted, but while you don't get your free speech on TikTok unless you're a Nazi or something, you get it everywhere else. So hello over there, YouTube. How you doing over there in the land of the free and the home of the less fucked up than TikTok bullshit? Doing good? Let me see. On YouTube, I got to kind of like touch the screen to see what people had said. I'll find the Witch Talk account you're on. I'm on Uncle Birch 3 right now. if people would follow Uncle Birch 4 and Witch School, WITCHSKEWL, on TikTok more, then I'll be able to go live there too. The Lost Gospel of Thomas and Witchcraft, LMAO. Just keep posting your material, Birch. Yeah, actually, it actually caused me to take a lot of the videos that were controversial over here and post them on YouTube, where I've been like, God, 12, probably close to 13 years I've been on YouTube. Got a great following, and I'm sorry I neglected y'all. I got all caught up in the TikTok drama all the time, and you know, I guess I'm lazy. If they just had an auto share button like they do for Instagram, uh, I would have shared it to YouTube. But I was lazy. I didn't do that. But I had a little bit of time on my hands since this account was on TikTok jail, and so I did that. Started posting them to YouTube, and you know, they're blown away. A lot of people on YouTube have no idea the shit show that is Witch Talk. Yes, I probably farted. You're probably right there, Kyra. So hello, all you lots of people over here on fucking TikTok today. So I hope you're all doing well. We're coming to you live from New Orleans on the day before Mother's Day.
It's New Orleans' birthday today.
It's New Orleans' birthday today. I didn't even know that. They have a birthday.
May 7th, 1718.
I'll tell you, this town has something to celebrate every day. One day there was fireworks just because it was fucking Wednesday. This is a town of celebration, and I'm pagan, and it's a celebratory religion, so it's cool.
Okay, it's 304 today.
304 what?
It's the birthday
304 years?
Yes.
Wow.
That's usually how people celebrate birthdays. Years.
You know, if you're going to talk smack, you should close the lid on the sriracha. It's very tempting. It's a squirt bottle, for God's sakes.
Yeah, it's closer to me. I'll grab it first.
Let's get Mojo to lick it off. He'll do it. Oh, Fractal Reality Queen found me. Hello, hello, hi, you all. So yeah, be sure and follow me if you're on TikTok. Uncle Birch 4, Witch School, WITCHSKEWL. That's where I spend a lot of my time on TikTok while I'm not, you know, on TikTok. Some people got butt hurt up in their feelings. I recognize that. I come from the school of traveling the country, singing with acts like Daryl Cherney, Strawman. You have to look up, these are fucking 90s revolutionary activist groups. And Casey Neal. Casey Neal's still got some stuff out there on YouTube. And one of his lines, I believe it was from Anger in Motion. If you don't offend no one, then nothing has been done to sabotage the man with the gun. I am fine with being offensive as long as I offend the right people. It seems like I do. You know, I've offended the right Christians on TikTok, the right conservatives on TikTok, and the right wrong practitioners on TikTok. And they get it all up in their feelings and have only the power to report things. And on TikTok, that can seem like a power until they get too many false reports from your account, and it doesn't work anymore. So stay tuned for that. This host is inviting you to, what is he doing? All right, I don't know who this is, but whoops, no, it went away. Well, all right. Well, somebody was inviting me to go live or something. I think they're inviting me to go live on their live, but I'm over here on my live, so I can't do that.
They want to rumble.
Yeah, they might have wanted to rumble, like that guy that wanted to have a rap battle with me that time.
I remember that, really?
Yeah. And I said, we're going to battle. I said, no, we're not. And he wanted to battle, and then he hung up, and so I did some crash lyrics, which was, you know, pretty good battle. But he wasn't there to respond to my battle. Hello, Spirit Witch. Not your average witch P. Hello. Sure and follow if you're not following over on TikTok. Also be sure and follow me at Uncle Birch 4 and Witch School, WITCHSKEWL, where I spend a lot of my time. I'm going to start a new account called Brooks Was Here. And if you get that, then you understand. I'm institutionalized in TikTok. And Facebook. I've stayed. I just really haven't been going to Facebook much, but I've been going. I've spent a lot of time in Facebook prison. But at least in Facebook prison, it was legit. You know, I called somebody a name or something like that. It was legitimately, could be considered bullying or assaulting. Yes, they got the reference over here on YouTube right away. My next account that I'll have to start on TikTok will be Brooks Was Here, and that'll be where I hang out when I'm in TikTok jail. Don't hate the player, I hate the game. It's a fucking game on TikTok, and the thing is, the game just doesn't exist anywhere else. When I've gone into uh, Facebook jail, most times it's been legit. Marta's gone into some Facebook jail for absolute bullshit. It was not violating community standards at all. But I admit it. When I do it, I violated fucking community standards. I'll go, yep, that's a fair cop right there, man. Fucking violated community standards, and I'll just fucking do my time. But the majority of shit that you're reported for on TikTok just isn't the violation of community standards. I mean, there was a time I was, they said nudity and pornography or something like that. And they said, we reviewed your content and found that it violates our community standards. It's like, well, you definitely didn't see me nude. The IPA today is the Big Little Thing by Sierra Nevada. Taste, reminds me of California, although they
You
didn't
like
have
that
this.
one a lot.
They didn't have this brand in California. Yeah, I like, if it's good IPA and it's like 9% alcohol, yeah, I'll go for that anytime. I don't want to drink like a six pack and a couple more, or, I don't want to drink a whole six pack. Um, I want to drink. I want to feel relaxed or feel the effects of that. I want to have a good IPA. But part of the reason I like IPAs is because to get that same state on Budweiser, I need to drink a 12 pack or a case.
Next
And
time
it's
we should
nasty.
make some bacon. Have it with the
Make it
IPAs.
bacon?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't say that.
What?
That could be a violation of community standards. That little statement I just said right there. Oh, watch
You're
out
not
over here
allowed
on
to
TikTok.
say that to your wife?
I don't even know if you're allowed to say that to your wife on TikTok. YouTube, they don't give a fuck. Yeah, if you can catch the rebroadcast of our podcast Widdershins happens on Wednesdays, and it posts to YouTube. And almost every time when we have the show, you can get, if you hear a song on the show that you like, you can get a playlist because it's included in the notes as a violations of community standards. Because almost everything we play, or I'm sorry, a copyright infringement. Because
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of stuff we play where it's not an issue.
there's a few, the people that made us songs for the show and that kind of stuff, but the majority of it's copyright infringement. So you get a song list in the show on YouTube. They've been nice enough to do that to us, but only one time they ever delete a show, and that was a Prince song, Controversy, I believe it was.
It's because he's a bigger name than
He's a
all
bigger
those
name.
other
I mean,
artists.
mostly it's like old punk bands and extreme hardcore hip hop bands that we play, and they don't seem to mind as much that they're getting airplay. The people that own Prince's estate, they care more. They care a lot. Spirit Witch just got out of TikTok jail. In fact, 7 orders to jail. Jail is good for business. Well, I imagine you probably went to TikTok jail for the same reasons. Aren't they funny? So much power. So much power. Hexing everybody. And that's all you got. Okay. Here's to you. Did you ever hear the Andrew Dice Clay toast? Here's to you. If you get it, you get it. You're such an intelligent ambassador for witchcraft. I just want to say thank you for the teaching me so much, and for giving the idiots hell when needed. Rock on its tree, many blessings. Silver Soul Fox, thank you so much. Am I monetized? No, I make money. I'm monetized on everything else. We're making money on Widdershins. The Amazon influencer page gets a lot of traffic because people want to, get a recommended reading list. And there you just Google Uncle Birch and you find my Amazon list. I think it's Uncle Birch's swag or something like that. I get, there's money from that, little bits here and there, and work smarter, not harder. And if your supply line comes from many directions, in times of war, your supply line cannot be disrupted. So, have a one job, one supply line. Well, that's something that people can aim at and attack. But I have all these little things. But with regard to your question on YouTube, early on when they first came up with the monetization, I went and did it. I had like, I think you only had have a couple thousand viewers, and I've had those forever. And something happened, like they said, invalid click. Somebody in there, somebody came in and just like went like this on an ad, and that was probably great when you're like a low skilled hacker or somebody that like we have on TikTok nowadays, to cancel a person out. All you had to do was an exploit of clicking on the ad too many times, and then it was an invalid click response. And it's been a couple years since I filed an appeal on that. You can only file an appeal every 6 months. And I just got bored of doing that. But now that you reminded me, hopefully I'll remember and go do that. Because it's been forever. Close to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I've been on YouTube longer than anybody that's teaching witchcraft on YouTube. And so they took away the monetization, and it's just like permanent, and you don't get to argue. But every 6 months you get to file an appeal, and then every 7 months, they deny the appeal. There was like nobody really looking at the damn appeals. But also there's back when it first started, AdSense was the player. And I don't believe that they are the player on YouTube anymore. There's other advertising agencies doing the same thing because we have anti-monopoly rules in the United States, and so they can't be the only ones still doing that. If they are, then there's a problem. But I should try and fix that and get monetized because, like, I got people watching me every day, all day on YouTube, and I've found ways to make that profitable, but not just for the commercials. So if you're thinking, well, God, what a noble guy Birch is to not have commercials on his channel, I won't accept that compliment. No, I would totally do it. It's like, why not? It's like, you're just gonna like turn down money? When you turn down money, that's bad money magic right away. Just like, let it come. Let it come from everywhere. And the more places you have it coming from, just let it come. Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. And that should be on YouTube. It's definitely on TikTok. I use it. I nap to it in the mornings. I put on the ching, ching, ching goes the money tree chant. Find it on TikTok easier than other places, but it's perfect magical linguistics, and it's good to overwhelm your brain with positive messages like that. Get those kind of rhymes stuck in your head. Then for a week I had the the end part of the Young Sheldon song stuck in my head. I am a mighty little man. Just that part, just stuck in my head. I guess that probably could be beneficial having that resound over and over and over in your head. But the ching 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 goes the money tree. Those people don't even profess to be occultists, but all of the main rules necessary are followed. It's rhyming, rhythmic, repetitive, and has no negatives. So it doesn't say, I have no debt. Debt is paid. You say, I have no debt. The magical mind hears, I have debt. There's a lot to it. I got videos on TikTok. I got videos on YouTube for it. I have covered this thing. But Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans on my victory lap. Just getting out. of TikTok jail. There's still time to join the May class for Witch School at gumroad.com/witch school, which is, of course, WITCHSKEWL. Now, you would want to go over there and look for the Level 1 May 2022 course, or you're going to have a bad time. Is precise speech leads to precise thought, precise text leads to precise class, the right class. uh, so, Gumroad.com. Oh, that there's the other thing I was going to say. So that course will be open until the end of May. Still taking on people, and there's just such popular demand that this year we'll be starting another one June 1st. So if May didn't work for you, June 1st is going to start. I usually try and keep like a month or so between starts of classes, but by popular demand, that one's going to be on. Ravencrow. Is Ravencrow here? I didn't even see you. I'm just so up at, absorbed in myself over here, not even looking at the screen.
Always.
Have you
Always.
have you moved to move to YouTube? Definitely. Oh yes, definitely. I've been on YouTube for ever, um, and that's how a lot of people know me. I'm pretty sure like. So somebody was just asking me, how I ended up on Cursed Films, which you can watch on Shudder, and sometimes you can see it on AMC, who owns Shudder. I'm on the episode about The Omen. I'm confused whether that's episode 2 or episode 3. Anyway, um, somebody said, how'd you end up on that show? I said, I think they saw me on YouTube, and they just sent me an email, and they want to, come to Hollywood and interview me for this show. And they, I showed them pictures of our living room, and they said, well, let's shoot it there. Because our living room had
No, they came over and saw it.
yeah. They our living room, you could see the entire Hollywood skyline right out our window. It's like right fucking there. So it was just like the epic place for a shoot of that kind. So while you're here, thanks for finding the Norman shirt, the Norman Reedus shirt. Yes, I'm gonna wait for payday. I'm gonna get that. I couldn't find it. The Norman Reedus shirt from last night, the
Oh,
Save the Witches.
yeah.
I took a picture of it and I Googled
Free
it.
the witches.
Yeah, Free the Witches, which
Yeah.
FTW
Yeah.
bikers saying,
Exactly.
but it really means Free the
Yeah.
Witches. See, I need that shirt because I have that kind of biker jacket that used to be Marta's. And it's the WMC, and I call it the Witches Motorcycle Club, and it looks like a biker jacket. I want to wear that shirt with the biker jacket. So, but I'm gonna wait till Friday and order that fucking thing. I'm gonna look for it on Amazon. I just try and get it from them whenever I can because I don't like all the hassle. Yeah, a lot of times I order other things and they're coming from China and they take months. And Marta's still waiting for things from like 6 months ago that we don't know they're ever going to arrive. Let's see. I want that shirt so bad I can't find it. Well, if you go on my Facebook, Michael Carell. Well, we have to be friends, so I don't know if you can see that, but I put it out there on my Facebook. I had Googled it, I had searched around, I wasn't finding it, and it seems like the majority of my friends, at least the ones that posted on the damn post, they all found it. So it's a great shirt.
Yeah.
It's got an inverted pentagram.
One version right here.
See, Marta found it right away.
All I did was Free the Witches T-shirt, and it came up. It
See, I
was
did.
so
I did
hard.
free the Witches, Norman Reedus, Ride,
No.
because he was
All
wearing the
I did-
T-shirt.
all I did was
Yeah, it
Free
was
the
an
Witches.
inverted pentagram with FTW in between the points, and Free the Witches. Yeah,
Show them.
gotta have it. Oh wait, you know what? Yeah. Okay, of course it's backwards. There it is.
But it wasn't hard to find.
Wasn't hard to find, but I gave it to the Hive Mind and they found it. I posted a link to the T-shirt on your Facebook. Yes, I know. Yeah, go check it out, that post, and everybody seemed to find it right away. Marta found it right away. It was late. Hello, 420 Witch. How are you? How I got on Cursed Films. I I have a reputation. It seems a lot of times people, people will say something and I'll just say, "Google me, bitch." Just Google Uncle Birch, and you find me everywhere. You might get down 4 or 5 pages before you find another reference to another Uncle Birch, but I don't know if they Googled me. They seem to know about my YouTube channel, but they found my email address, and it was this film crew from Canada, and they came down and shot the thing. And I told this story on TikTok, but I guess I'll tell you because it wasn't when my other or it wasn't when this channel was up. Um, the Cursed Films crew came over, and there's like a lighting crew and a mic crew, and there's a director and a cameraman and another person. I don't know what his specific
The
job
sound
was.
guy.
Well, the sound guy too. Yeah, he was connected to the mic crew. It was just like all this shit takes over the living room. It was a crazy thing to watch. We're like right in the heart of Hollywood. It's like everybody, all of our neighbors are in the industry, so there's going, oh, there's a shoot up in that, up in the condo. Um, Nobody even bat an eye. And so they came in, they did their thing, and they interviewed me for the episode about the Omen, and is a security building, as most things in that area in Hollywood are. So I had to go down and through the elevator and through the parking lot and let them out with my little fob thing. And so we shook hands and exchanged contact informations, and they went on their way. And I went back to the elevator, and I was getting on to the elevator, and there's two elevators, so there was 50-50 chance that I could have gone on the wrong elevator. So those of you that just joining, when Cursed Films came and interviewed me for Cursed Films at our house, they left, and I'm coming back from letting them out, and there's this backpack in the elevator, and it looked familiar. So I open it up, and there's the camera, and there's all the interviews that had been conducted for that season, season one of Cursed Films. This was a traveling film crew come down from Canada, so they carrying all their shit with them. And we're in Hollywood, the heart of Hollywood, the belly of the industry. Had anybody else found that backpack, they would have kept it. The camera equipment was top notch, and there's a market for lost footage. They would have sold that, and Cursed Films, as we know it, never would have happened had I gotten on the wrong elevator. So, at any rate, I found it, and I called up the director. I said, "Hey, how far did you guys get?" He said, "Oh, we're just getting on the freeway." I said, "Well, get off the freeway and come back." I go, "Why are we getting off the freeway and come back?" I said, "You left your camera and all your footage in the elevator." And you could hear him cussing the camera guy out. And they came back, and but I believe they are either they are shooting or have shot Cursed Films episode, or I'm season two. Um, I did not get a call back for that. Unfortunately, I don't monitor that address, that email address too often, but I have gone and searched for the names of Cursed Films just to make sure I haven't missed any emails. But who knows? Maybe make it on episode 3 or season 3. Hey, Jen Norman over there. Hey, which please. Beautiful here in Iowa. Nice, nice, nice. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Yes. They're here in North Carolina for the Crow episode. Yes, North Carolina for the Crow episode. That's true. Raven Crow. And I think that for that season, they had shot almost all of the stuff, and the next place that they were going after our house was EA Coedic.
Yeah, we're in
So
Utah.
his footage would not have been lost,
Yeah.
but everybody else's footage would have
Yeah.
been lost. So the shit that happens, man. So yeah, check me out on Cursed Films on Shudder, and yeah, I found it on AMC. Usually, now that season two's coming out, probably have season one on AMC. But Shudder's a paid horror movie outlet. I think it's like $5 a month. It's like nothing. He ruffles my feathers. Yes, they asked me. They said, "Well, hey, we're going to see this guy. What do you think?" I go, I don't know if I should really just tell you what I think, man. Just let you go in there with a clean eyes. I'm not going to comment. I do think that those of you that saw it, yeah, Coedig, he was all right. I think performing a death ritual for the cameras was a bit overboard, and I think the ritual was a little bit silly and Hollywooded up, but that was the job. you know, it was Hollywood. It was Hollywood stuff, so you gotta Hollywood it up. Um, he jumps from one religion from the other and claims to know everything. Yes, I just do not agree with YouTube shutting down his channel. That was a bit much because somebody that follows him or had taken some of his courses or some shit like that. I don't know, he committed a murder. I don't even know, some sort of sacrifice, human sacrifice in some other country. Don't even know the story, but it wasn't, it wasn't anything that E.A. Koenig did. It was what one of his crazy fans did. Like, you're gonna make me responsible for what all my crazy fans do? Oh no, you not. I found him over the top, to be honest. Hard to take him serious, yes. Uncle Birch, I'm new here. I was wondering if your online store is up. No, not right now. We're in a transitional phase. So when that happens, I'm sure Freighter Xavier will probably announce it too, but I'll announce it on all my pages. But going through some changes. Who got shut down on YouTube? EA Koenig got shut down on YouTube. God, it's been a few months now, maybe 4 months. Seems like, kind of, I think. Yeah, shut it down. That was like newsworthy shit. I didn't even specifically pick that up on pagan channels. I picked that up on the news. You and Freighter are hooking up for a shop. No, 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 no. No, Freighter is, I've got to say, through 3 to 4 incarnations of my shop, Freighter Xavier, though not being a part of the shop, has always turned out to be the backbone of my shop. He advertises it, and him being a spokesperson for the stuff, just like somehow carries a lot of weight. And he's got more followers than me too. He works harder than I do on all of this stuff. Me and Freighter Xavier are doing a lot of the same things, and I always look to his channels on how to do the things that I'm doing better, because Freighter Xavier is really fucking good at all of those things. So, like, I'm on Patreon now because he was. I'm barely figuring out Patreon. You can find me, Uncle Birch, Patreon. He got me on Gumroad, but actually do need to follow up on that. We're working on getting Hoodoo Brujo, who I think now is Tio Brujo, on our next episode of Widdershins. That's a TikTok Brujo, and I just need to nail Freighter Xavier down. Freighter Xavier has agreed to come on the show. It's an audio podcast, so it should be easy. You will not see his face, and that's like his main, parameter. But I've known him a long time, and one of the few people that know his secret identity and stuff. So that's why he's been a customer of mine for a long time, and he always buys from my shop. And he's out there chomping on the bit for me to get the shop back up and running, and then he will advertise it again, and I'll advertise it too. But he's always, his endorsement has always been epic. Love us, Freighter. Not just because of that. I always just liked the guy. But he's going to be interviewed on Widdershins relatively soon. So look up Widdershins on wherever you get podcasts. WIDDERSHINS. And if they don't have Widdershins Radio, sometimes you narrow the parameters by saying Widdershins Radio. If they don't have that where you get podcasts, the place you get podcasts sucks ass, and you should go somewhere else. But I know we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Tumblr, SoundCloud, and all of the ones that are worth a shit. So you can find us out there. So especially if you like a lot of old school punk rock and hardcore hip hop, and talk about witchcraft, and talk about ugly things within witchcraft that most people would be afraid to talk about, you'll love Witterson's. It talks of how you helped him with. Whoa. Okay, hold on. It's on the internet now, and it's on YouTube, so it's not going to go away. So I'm going to read it. Uh, he talks of how you helped him with a curse years ago when his beloved pet died, and the grave was swarmed with flies. I bet whoever was fool enough to do that is long dead by now. Well, it has been years, so yeah, that happened. I won't say much else. Yeah, I've always helped him. I know he'd always helped me. I've always had his back. But I'm just kind of shocked that he said that. Did he said that like on a show or something? I guess I'm okay. I was like, the spell. What's the spell is manifest. Whatever. Rumors. Phil Hine. If you ever want to learn chaos magic, Phil Hine's where you want to go. And oh yeah, new lizard. I don't know you yet. Hello, sir. Phil Hine, Hine, is the best read on chaos magic, and one of the best authors on anything chaos magic. And he once, he was plagued by rumors and gossip, and it really just pissed him off. And he was at his altar about to create a servitor to stop these rumors about him. And instead, he had a revelation. And from the revelation comes the Go Who servitor. That's Gohu. If you search Gohu Phil Hine, you should find that. Maybe you have to, put in chaos magic, it's the searching that brings wisdom, not the giving of knowledge. But Phil Hine makes some excellent observations. In Revelation, he realized that rumor is part of a mage's evil leads to them, and grand powers. The attention that they give and the belief that they give off from that is essential to being a successful mage. It doesn't matter if what they said about you is true or not true. Let it go. The last thing you want is for them not to talk about it. As long as they're talking, you got the power. As long as people are wondering what you're up to all the time, you got the power. So instead, he created a servitor to create gossip about himself and then bring the gossip back to his ears after it had circulated in the communities. And that was called the Go Who servitor. From that, Phil Hine learned that he was a 77th degree Mason, a leader of a satanic cult. He owned a BDSM dungeon in London, and at home he kept several sex slaves. And this was just the tip of the iceberg of the rumors that were circulated about Phil Hine. Phil Hine said nothing to refute any of those claims. He neither confirmed nor denied. He just sat back and absorbed the power. Doesn't matter what they say about you. It matters if they stop talking about you. And then you got to do something to piss them off to get them talking about you again. All right, you've had a learning moment. If it were me, I'd have said those rumors were partly true. Yes. Well, he kind of did that. In a couple interviews, he denied in a way that it looked like he was lying. Or one specific interview I saw where he kept like looking, what was it, up and to the right, down and to the left, and touching his nose every time he answered, which were all the alleged classic subconscious signs of lying. Um, a lot of which has been refuted, but the touching your nose has been a tell for a very long time. So he did that on purpose because he's just that twisted a motherfucker. It's fucking lizard season. This is another new guy. He's climbing up the duck.
Well,
He's like black as
lizards and
night,
ducks,
black as
man.
soot. Yes, lizard season is upon us. Now, what you need to do is go over there where the bugs are eating the plants, and eat the fucking bugs. That's why I love you guys, man. I
Don't
need
do
to,
it.
I need to learn that. I feel like I have to clear my name. No, no, spirit witch. I won't say your name because I don't know if everybody knows your name. Should I start doing the 48 laws of power on TikTok? You need it, girl. If you should have it. You wouldn't be saying that to me if you didn't. If you had it, get the audiobook. Just go to Apple Books or whatever. The audiobook's better than the book. If you just have that guy stuck in your head, just to crush the enemy all your life, you'll never fail at anything. But never Never try to clear your name. It always sounds invalid. It always sounds like you're making excuses. Nobody ever buys it. Just let it fucking go. Let it fucking go. And do other things. You know, I know that you know the art of the game. And not to mount a frontal assault. You know, like the people, was it witches and pagans for spiritual responsibility, where somebody on there started this whole mob by referring to me as a predator. And when somebody asked, who did he prey upon, they descended upon that person and any other person that said anything of the kind until they were, and you know, kicked them off the page until they were the only voices speaking, and then just openly called me a predator without indicating my prey. So that's why I still have a page called Pagans and Witches for Spiritual Responsibility. So if you see one, you know, there's one out there with a bunch of traffic, but there's one that looks exactly like it out there on Facebook. Sorry about that. Yeah, but you know, I cannot say that in that situation that I just referred to, that there aren't certain individuals that chimed in that I had a long history with that I did not lash out at. So I even need to learn those lessons sometimes. But most of them I just let them speak. Just let them go on and on and on and on. And sometimes, you know, until they kicked me off the page, you know, I stirred it up a bit, kept them going. But what fun we have on the internet, huh? Which, please, I guess not. I just Googled. I Googled because I thought he had passed. I'm happy I'm wrong. 48 laws of power. What are you guys talking? Who do you think passed? Yes. And actually, I think some of the audio from the 48 Laws of Power was on YouTube, but just the audiobook version, just the narrator's something else. Um, Marta and myself have listened to it countless times on road trips, and it's just epic, epic, and it's a great and horrific book that you'll wish you never read, and be glad that you read at the same time. And I have no endorsement. I should just like put the book version of that on my fucking Amazon list because I plug them so
Oh, you don't
goddamn
have it
much.
on there
I don't
already?
think I
Oh my
do.
God.
You know, I've thought that like several times, so maybe I have gone and done that. Sometimes I forget that I actually have remedied the situation. I'll try and remember today. But the audiobook is epic. I asked you. I asked for your May class on Gumroad for Mother's Day, birthday, all the holidays. Oh, wait, is somebody getting you that for Mother's Day? That would be way cool. That is cool. I had a couple people that, you know, say, you know, can you wait till like, you know, can I get in on like May 5th because I'm waiting for my tax return? And it's like the classes, you can join the May class all through until the end of May. It really screws up the billing. But then I have another one starting June 1st. So, there's more demand like in the summer and spring months. So I had to schedule another class. Um, but, I love that idea. I love that idea that you're taking the money you got back from the amount of bombs and missiles that you paid the government for that year, and you're gonna use that to take witchcraft. I love that. We back when I was teaching in person, we lived in a college town, and this guy said, can you wait till next week? Because I wanna use my student loans for that under a religious exemption. I said, so, all right, so you're gonna be stealing from your student loans to take my class? Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait for that. Take all the time you need. It's a good story, at least. Here I am, 20 years later, telling it. So it is worth it. So let's see. So we'll be seeing the Spirit Witch soon. I'm not sure who else is. There's been so many people in this fucking feed. I don't know who else is here, but Hexfest is coming up, y'all. And you got to go over there to hexfest.com and see what's going on. Over there, they know me as Michael Carell, but if you look at it, it says also known as Uncle Birch. But I'm teaching 3 epic classes this year. I teach at Hexfest pretty much every year, but mostly one class. This year's an exception. I'm teaching 3 classes, and whenever I teach classes, I try and just do something as epic as I can come up with. There's some people are going to teach candle magic or grounding or meditation, and that's more power to them. But I want to blow your fucking mind if you're going to come to my class. And there's Power of the Occult. He's going to be here at Hexfest. Attitude Caffeinated, I believe, is going to be there. Yes, too. And there's a Spirit Witch, who was a Santa Muerte Witch, was here last year. Met a bunch of TikTok witches last year. But coming up, August 12th to the 14th.
Smothered burritos.
Smothered with what?
The Cajun Ninja. Smothered in all kinds of like sauces and cheese.
This is that kind of burrito you eat with a fork.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the wet burritos.
Wet burritos, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Spirit Witch is cool as hell. I love her. Lady Witch loves you. The owner of Atlantis Bookshop is doing a talk on Crowley. Where? At Hexfest? Atlantis Bookshop. Why does that ring a bell, TikTok? At Hexfest. Owner Atlantis Bookshop. Yeah, I don't know that one. There was somebody on TikTok that I kind of thought that was, but I'm not sure. I wish I could go. My son is graduating in July, so I got to use vacation to go to. Oh, well, that's a good excuse, I guess. Let's see. So Uncle Birch coming to you live on TikTok and YouTube simultaneously, so I'm kind of going back and forth between the screens. Mostly got on here to do a victory lap because I just got out of TikTok jail. I won't be here too much longer because I got a bunch of stuff in my drafts I've got to upload before my next stint in TikTok jail. So I'm definitely, I'm not going to shut up. I have several other accounts for that. My other accounts get more traffic when this one's in TikTok jail. So if this one goes to TikTok jail, it just boosts me everywhere else. So, never have your supply lines come from one place. I don't think they're streaming Hexfest. They only did that 1 year. There's WitchCon, which is all online. That happens President's Day weekend. That'll be epic. They get so many people for that. Big names. I know Freighter Xavier has a program on servitors that I haven't seen yet. Do you recommend any YouTube videos on servitors? I believe I have Meet the New Gods on YouTube. Those are more egregores, but egregores are just servitors built to be used by more than one person. Over on Witch School, gumroad.com/ Witch School, which is of course WITCHSKEWL, I have spiritual warfare, building an army, and that's building an army of servitors. That's worth it. That's worth a check out for sure. Um, Somebody started talking shit to me on TikTok. How'd you end up in TikTok, Joe? Somebody, a person that tells people that they're a Native American, but they're lying. A person that has done nothing on TikTok but threaten to hex people all over TikTok and then take credit for anything that happens in anybody's life. That happens badly, as if they had hexed them, even when it wasn't people that they threatened to hex. This person talked some crap and I responded. And then a bunch of my students got involved and a bunch of my fans got involved. I didn't encourage anybody. People can do what they want, but this is a person that has been starting witch wars the entire time I've been on TikTok. I knew who they were. I knew that most of the big witch wars that had come across my desk, all of the main players were following me. Some of those main players I've gotten to declare peace, like Hoodoo Brujo and Silver Tennessee Silver River. I forget her name. She's got a couple of them now. And I've called it out, vaguely a few times, but it just had gone on long enough. And since they mentioned me, and actually what they did was they said that I tried to sell them one of my classes, and I sarcastically suggested once in a video that they take one of my classes because they're very bad at magical warfare. Apparently, after going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, that ended up being what the person was talking about when they said I tried to sell one of my classes to them, which was quite offensive because I don't try to sell a goddamn thing. I barely remember to keep saying it. Sure to go to gumroad.com/witch school, WITCHSKEWL. And I actually had to program myself to remember to fucking do that because I am the worst at self-promotion. And I'm getting better. But throughout the majority of my internet career and private career, I've just been the worst at promoting myself. Back when I was a musician, and I would show up for a gig and stuff would get fucked up and somebody wouldn't show up, I would agree to go on stage as the opening act. And there was never a big crowd for the fucking opening act. It blew my, majority of that career because I was just trying to help the show go on rather than supporting my own show. Things you learn to not do anymore, but I definitely never tried to sell that person my class. So I was a little pissed off about that, so I called her out, and then it went down so basically, since this person has no actual magical power, they got a bunch of their friends, and since this person has 45 fake accounts, they used 45 fake accounts to mass report me on TikTok. And since TikTok's absolute bullshit, some of those went through. And I'm sure that same person's on YouTube, that same person's on Instagram. I'm sure they wouldn't just stop there, but somehow on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and everywhere else on the internet that's not TikTok, that didn't work. It works on TikTok. I don't think there's actual humans. Yeah, they use bots. I just saw some article about the toxic work environment at TikTok and how overworked the TikTok people are. I was like, well, what people? I've had to send 20 emails before I ever got a person, and I was shocked. And when I finally did, I was extremely thankful to that person. When you finally get a tech to help you with your fucking tech support, don't be a dick. Yeah, candles birdie. Well, that's this kind of thing, is that particular person has laid claim to all these grandiose powers, been very public about who they're attacking, and all these people are doing fine. funniest thing was when they accused, when she said that the spirit witch was hurting financially. And being that I know the spirit witch's financial situation, it's funny as fuck. And there's nothing I'm going to say about that except funny AF. So that shows me the person has no words, no psychic skills, no divination skills to miss the target by such a grand amount. Yes, on another planet. But she is able to mass report people, which that's serious power. I've done the same thing to her. Haven't not saying I ever did anything else, but when she was mass reporting me, I mass reported her. Same thing happened to her. But it's not a power flex at all. Haven't been on TikTok in a while. I don't know how you do it. That's tenacity. If you go to TikTok, maybe I'll post that on one. I should probably post that one on YouTube. Um, but I did a video explaining Feel Free. Um, Another one of my alter egos, my stage alter ego. It's my stage name for most of my musical career. And that music was revolutionary activist music, um, where Marty used to say that journalism was comforting the afflicted and afflicting the comfortable. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
That's what I spent my time doing. People comfortably just doing their shopping while I'm in front of a store singing a song about um, uh, mass consumerism and slave labor in sweatshops and shit like that. So this was the kind of thing I did, and I would probably one of my favorites was an acoustic version of Fugazi's "Merchandise," and I could sing that in front of every store, and it wasn't just that I was loud and singing in front of these stores. I was also singing about not buying shit and not giving into the capitalist society. So it was a problem, was it? Yes, the name Feel Free. Yes, I borrowed that from a punk name, and if you know that name, then you get brownie points there. Humor is funny, but my name was Feel Free, um, and I went 10 years. Somebody came out and fucked with me. I was playing my set. I had, according to the rules, I had 1 hour before I had to rotate to a different spot. Instead of getting my 1 hour, some cops showed up. And they said, well, this person in that shop, they they called us on you. I said, that person that's been standing there looking at me 5 feet away from me, instead of coming up to me as a human being, sent authority figures to deal with me, an anarchist? No, that's not going to go over well. So they made their little threats. I rotated, came back a half an hour, started playing there. And this happened in front of several stores in Santa Cruz, California. And quite frankly, they just pissed me off. I made it my fucking mission in life to play in front of those stores. It was my fucking full-time job. And it was, poverty wages, of course, because, whatever anybody's going to throw in the fucking hat. Luckily, it was they grew some really nice plants in Santa Cruz that people would throw in there on occasion. Um, I'd do 8 hours a day. I was working hard. You try and play 8 hours of guitar a day and sing at the top of your lungs. 8 hours a day. It is work in the sun, and you got to be dancing around, singing the kind of songs I sing. You had to be a character. So be a character, 8 hours a day. And I'd probably go, most days I'd go later than that because nighttime was a whole different crowd. At any rate, I'd show up every day. They'd call cops on me. They hauled me to jail. They took me to court. Guys, like 10 to 16 times I went to court, and I said, okay, I want a court-appointed attorney. I want a jury, and I want the jury to hear the song in question. Most often, the court cases that came was for the song "Have a Happy Fucking Day," which was all about how you cannot say the word fuck in public, but you can say weapons, bombs, missiles, and nuclear destruction in front of the children all day long. But the song's funnier than that. You'd have to hear it. It's over here on YouTube, and it's on TikTok too. Um, Never once did I get to court. Did I get my jury? Did I get to play the song? Because they always, after months of wrangling, dismissed for lack of evidence. So I kept on every day. I'd play an hour here, leave, hour there, leave. They'd call the cops and try and fuck with those rights all the time. I'd push the rights, push the rights, push the rights, push the rights. This went on for 10 fucking years. In that time, we started a pirate radio station in the town that was run by all of the activist groups, and it became the longest running pirate radio station in the country. And the cops in Santa Cruz were more verbally abusive than physically abusive, so it was really easy to record some of the stuff that they would say to the citizens on the street and take it to the pirate radio station and mix it with some punk rock. And there were careers that were ended over some of these broadcasts. And definitely one guy that I knew that got suspended over one of my broadcasts of his verbal abuse of one of these citizens. Anyway, so we'd broadcast all of the evil deeds going on in this town on this fucking pirate radio station that was pretty much mine. I built the fucker. I was the technician. I was the radio guy. I fucking literally soldered the goddamn thing together. I climbed the tree to put the fucking antenna in it. I was the tech, and I was one of the personalities running this thing. So after 10 years of battling with these merchants for my civil rights, to sing my songs in public, these cops get called into a place. It was called Cottontails. It was like kids' clothes or something like that. And it was one of the places that I've been butting heads with. And cops went in, they come and they look at me, I'm playing my song, and they go into the store, and one of our radio broadcast people had a tape recorder, and he was a very straight looking guy, so he was able to just kind of go in there and act like he was shopping with a tape running. And he brought me back the tape, and the police said to the merchant, she said, "I understand your frustration, ma'am, but the thing you gotta understand is what you got out front of your store right now, that right there is Phil Free. He is tenacious. He has a pirate radio station with connected to all of the activists in town. He will make broadcasts about the stuff that you do to him at the store. He can have activists come here and protest in front of your store. And in all the years that we've dealt with Mr. Free, there's one thing that we've learned. One thing that they didn't learn that entire time is that Phil Free was an ex-cop, but that's another story." They never learned my real name. I went to court 16 times under the name Phil Free. They never fucking fingerprinted me. They never checked me. I never gave them my ID. Anyway, so he says to the lady, he says, "The thing that we've learned with Mr. Phil Free, if you just leave him alone, he'll go home. What he's mad about is you calling us, and that's what sets him off." And so they played me this fucking tape, and I listened to that, and then over the next couple days, merchants just left me alone, and two of them that I've been butting heads with forever, like walked up to me and said, waited for the song to end very politely. I said, "Excuse me, Phil? Your name's Phil, right?" "Yeah." I said, "What's your name?" "John." "John. Okay, hey, John. Look, I know you still got like a half an hour to play, but it's really busy in there, and you're really loud. Could you just please just move down for a bit, for your next rotations?" And absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for saying please. Thank you for treating me like a human being. That was the entire fucking argument. The fact that I was a street person and that a certain class could have the gendarmes come and remove me from society, from any place within society, because they are of an upper class compared to me, was the entire fucking argument. And I was pushing to make them recognize me as a human being. And every fucking merchant, and that started a trend. And the next guy did it. And the next woman did it. And the next, up and down the fucking mall. Word spread. I think they had a meeting. I don't know. Hey, that Phil Free guy's actually kind of reasonable. If you just go up and talk to him, he's actually all right. Yeah, I know he screams and rants like a fucking loon all day, but if you just go up and politely talk to him, he'll leave you alone. I just stopped busking. Occasionally I did it, just for fun here and there, but just that was the thing. That was the thing that fired my ass to push me onto the asphalt stage every day for 8 hours a day. Somebody pissed me off. That's why I'm still on TikTok. Phil Free's why I'm still on TikTok. I would have said fuck you people a long time ago. I say that with all due respect. But it is a lot of bullshit. I mean, Modern Warrior got off of here. Now he's back. I don't know. I thought he was. I follow him on Instagram. He looked like he was having a better life on Instagram. I'm having a better life on Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, Vimeo. Haven't done a whole lot on Twitch, but I probably will there. But pretty much everywhere but TikTok. It's a toxic fucking cesspool. I have a better time on Twitter. I only got on Twitter to talk shit to Trump. Gotta get some homework done. Yeah, you better get some homework done, I should think. Thanks for coming. Let's see. I talked for a long time, so I imagine you people said a lot of things. Yes, you did. Yeah, I think I'm Michael Carell 4 on Twitter. I pretty much just started Twitter so I could, retort to Trump. And Trump was such a narcissistic motherfucker. I kind of believe that was part of his whole problem was that he read the tweets. He would have to, just the kind of guy that he is, he would have to go read what everybody said about him, good or bad. I hoped that was the case, but I don't actually know. Anyway, I had a bunch of people jumping in and out. Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans. My victory lap getting out of TikTok jail. Coming to you live on TikTok and YouTube as Uncle Birch on YouTube. And, oh yes, Uncle Birch 3 on TikTok. And then you can also follow me at Uncle Birch 4 and Witch School, WITCHSKEWL. She's like 4 o'clock. So, all right, I'm not going to be here a whole lot longer. I've got to go post a bunch of the videos that I couldn't post while I was in TikTok jail. I will leave pretty soon. I'm going to get something to drink. You are good? Anything I should take in? You don't need that plate.
I'm done with the cup, too.
Done with the cup?
It's empty. Empty cup.
Well, we got to do something about that. Unacceptable.
Okay. Tell Sasha I said hi.
Hopefully you enjoyed the trees.
Why are they going away?
No, when I walk away, they're just looking at trees.
Oh, they were the thing was that?
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Did you fart?
No. No, I just didn't know it was on.
Yeah, no, I'm getting ready. I'm going to get out of here in a minute. Quick question. If what you've invoked transmutes back into what you've banished, and having eliminated subconscious region, what could be happening there? Oh, that's a very quick question. Let's see. If what you invoked transmutes back into what you've banished, having eliminated conscious reasons. If what you invoked transmutes to back into what you banished. Not an easy question, but right away I'd be wondering if somebody put a reversal on you. I would be looking for something like that. If I'm getting the question, it is a heady question. That's not a simple question. Not at all. There's one of the few people Randy P. Connor, queer pagan elder. Where's a book you want to see? A queer pagan elder. The Weird Ways of Witchcraft. God, I'm trying to even think. Do you remember the author of The Weird Ways of Witchcraft?
No.
Remember Tony Raven's ex? He knew his name. The guy was like a gay activist at Stonewall.
No.
Leo Martello. Oh, you guys are good. Okay, which please gets a cookie and a juice box.
So it's Leo Martello?
Leo Martello.
Cool.
That was good. That was good. Of course, as the book has been out of print, and the people, and also the people that actually own the book, Azzy, get out of there. Get out of there. Move it, move it. Don't you stand on the mugwort. Don't you shit on the mugwort. Go over there. Azzy, come here. Hey, dog. Just get out of there. Go do something else. Thank you. Good boy, you big oaf. But yeah, so The Weird Ways of Witchcraft of Leo Martello was probably one of the first of the Italian witchcraft books ever written. From an actual strega. And Leo Martello was more known for being a gay rights activist than an author. And in the, God, the 70s and 80s gay rights movement, he was like a fucking icon, and was one of the main organizers of the Stonewall riots. So, Leo Martello. But are you this? Wait, let's see. Are you the same one that already knew that? Let's see. Oh, and it was Witch Please. So, okay, so you already knew who that was. Yes, so you know about Leo Martello. All right, so my entire rant is just lost on you, but everybody else now knows. Mary Meets. Smitty told me to check you out and that I would learn, and she left. Too much drama. Smitty. All right, I'm not sure if I know Smitty, but hello, Ivory72. Yeah, I know she. When she was she in the live, or she just left TikTok because of too much drama? Oh, she left TT. Yes.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. Well, I just I don't know how long you were here, but I've just kind of explained why I haven't left TikTok, because there's people that want me to leave TikTok. And you know what? If they just all gave up for long enough, I'd probably just get bored with you all. Say, all right, let's go somewhere else.
That way he keeps sticking around over here.
Let's go somewhere where I'm still controversial. Oh yeah, that's what it is. You know what? A dump stout on your head. Give you a nice brown hair color.
No.
Y'all sticky?
No.
In your hair?
No.
Encourage your viewers to share your live. Share my live. I'm only going to be here a couple more minutes, but share my live. Here, I'm going to like myself because, I'm exploited by TikTok's algorithm every fucking day. And I go to TikTok jail for stupid things that I didn't do every day. But that's because there's bad coding. They hire monkeys for programmers, and they don't hire enough monkeys apparently. But one of the things that the monkeys forgot to do, like if I did this over on YouTube, Well, I'd definitely never get monetized because I'd have a false click thing going on, but there's no false click thing over here, so you can't even see it. But the hand that's off the screen right now is just clicking, 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 liking, liking, liking. You myself hearts, hearts, hearts. I don't even know how many hundreds. When I finally stop, it's going to tell me how many hundreds of hearts that I gave myself, and that's not hacking. That's called an exploit. You find a faulty piece of the program and exploit it. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. Like I said, don't hate the player, hate the game. The game has this hole in it. I'm just playing the hole.
Yeah, baby. Later.
295 likes I just gave myself. That's like,
What?
it's like masturbating. I
Yeah.
probably can't say that word there. That's
Yeah.
like touching yourself.
Yeah.
I do have to. We have that song on digital. Some in one of
What
our
song?
archives,
What song?
"Masturbate and Smash the State."
Oh.
I have never turned that song into a video. I need to do that
Yeah.
and go into TikTok jail for posting that song.
Yeah.
But I did that with a few of my old activist songs, but um, that was kind of like my least favorite song. It was kind of like a generic protest song that I just made up on the fly one day, and then we were going into a gig, and it's like, all right, well, I got three verses for this fucker. It's easy. It's the same three chords we always use for everything. Just follow along. And God, it became the most traveled song that I ever did. There was a couple people that would just play the goddamn song all over the damn country at activist events. Um, Masturbate and smash the state. It's okay. I said it now because I'm about to get out of here. So if you kick me off my live, I don't care. Let's see what's going on over here. Invoke situations such as prosperity transmutes back into being broke. That was banished, for example. Yeah. Again, every time I read their thing, man, the only thing that comes to mind, and I usually just go with that. Um, it's like you got a reversal. Somebody got a reversal thing on you. Um, don't necessarily have to find out who, but need to reverse the reversal, or cancel the fucking reversal, crush the reversal, or you could try to do the opposite of what you want. Sometimes if you have somebody on you doing a reversal on you and you can't undo it, you do the opposite of what you want, and their magic plays into your magic. I had it happen. What are you looking at with that one?
You.
Me? Little old me.
Yep.
What? I'm just sitting here talking to two phones.
Yeah.
You like that?
Sometimes.
Good. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
Okay. We're gonna keep doing it regardless if I like it or not.
Of course, I listen to Bad Brains. You crazy? Probably one of the most innovative punk bands there ever was.
One of the most underrated bands
Underrated
there is.
and innovative. And then, of course, these guys. Underrated, most underrated and innovative. Every damned album was an entirely different experience. And they're still touring. I got to check again and see if they've added any more dates, anything close to us. I love me some Damn, but to drive to fucking Georgia or something, it's not gonna happen. Come to New Orleans, bitches. Yeah, they're doing a tour, man. I missed their, it was a 50th anniversary tour.
I don't remember if it was
I
the
think
45th or the
Yeah, something like that, 40th or something. But a couple years ago, it was the only damn tour I've ever missed since my teens.
It was the one in 2017.
2017. But they are touring right now. They have the United States, but so far, none of the venues are. It's like I'm far enough into the Bible Belt, man. I really don't want to go more into the Bible Belt for too many things because I am this guy who won't shut the fuck up. I just get in trouble.
I'm not going with you.
Yeah. Well, okay, she won't get me in trouble at least because the two of us together, oh, trouble. Oh man.
What?
We're
the
trying to
dumb
get out of a
one.
fucking parking lot one time in fucking L.A. And this guy starts like
Was that with the
the,
cones?
the guy in front of me like starts like fucking backing up or something. It's like Marta is like out the fucking door. Hey, we're parking here.
Oh
What's
yeah.
your problem? Or words to that effect. And he got really scared, drove away.
When you're right, you're right.
You're right, right. Lavolo's here saying hi, Uncle Birch and Aunt Marta.
Okay.
Who is touring? The Damned. The Damned. The oldest British punk band. The Sex Pistols get credit, but actually, the first punk single was released by the Damned. New Rose was the song, and it was 1974. It was, I believe, the Sex Pistols in 1977. So, Damned had quite a jump. Matter of fact, Sid Vicious was supposed to audition for the Damned. He didn't show up. He was supposed to audition to be a singer. He didn't show up. Dave Vanian showed up. Got the job.
Yeah, you snooze, you lose.
Snooze, you lose, bitch. I knew I loved Marta. She's my kind of lady. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a mild motherfucker. In comparison, you know, when you come around the Carell household, really the one you don't want to fucking mess with? Bitch, right over here, man. You see my shirt? Says, my wife's Ukrainian. I'm not scared of anything. That's true. Well, she bought me the shirt and forced me to wear it. But that's
Oh
true.
my God.
That's true. She's a scary motherfucker, man. Scary motherfucker.
I
Back in the
can't
day,
believe you're throwing me
back in
under
the
bus.
day, when I was in Santa Cruz, I was under a naive belief that the more pagan shops that we have, the stronger the pagan community that we have. A newcomer that moved to town and opened a shop had a very different viewpoint and instead started very covert witch wars. And then when I responded, would act like I was the bad guy for responding since nobody had actually seen the attack. And I let it slide. I let a lot of things slide. And then one day, this grabbed me by the shoulders, shakes me, looking me into the fucking eye, and says, "If that bitch is not your enemy, how come everybody that declares you an enemy goes to her side?" Yeah, that's legit.
And you've never
I was
really
being a
given me
punk.
credit.
I've given you credit so many
Well,
times.
just
And
as
if you
an
take your
example.
goddamn class, you might actually see that what I just said in your class.
But you don't
You
never say it to
lagging
me.
student. I
You
have
just
said
say
it to you.
to other
I've
people
said it to you.
behind my back.
I've said it to you.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no.
I've said it to you 17 times now to your face. I've said it in front of you like about 20 times on top of the 17 times.
Have you ever said thank you for that? No.
Thank
Just
you,
go
honey.
on ignoring me.
Thank you, honey.
Like nothing was said.
No, that was legit. I said thank you a bunch of times, but you know, you keep smoking that happy
You keep
stuff.
smoking that happy stuff.
Sid Vicious was cremated in my hometown. Oh man, that would be some ashes to get.
I'm gonna have another one.
Eat my skin. You're gonna what?
I'm gonna have another one. It's my second one of the day.
Say please.
Please.
Okay, reach for it.
No.
Can't make it easy. Otherwise, I'm just like contributing to your delinquency.
You love contributing to my delinquency.
That's legit.
You should be thanking me.
Oh dear. Well, no community guidelines violations yet. Talking to Punk, it was awesome to see Punk guy back in Star Trek.
What?
Which punk guy is in Star Trek? I just got Paramount Plus again, so we catch up on Picard, and then now they have the Strange New Worlds. I never. We've got like a couple seasons of Discovery to watch, so plenty of Star Wars left. But which one are you talking about? The punk guy. I know Marta has quit um, to where she's had like 2 cigarettes and she quit.
This is my second one.
And doesn't even smoke the whole thing. So some people can go to moderation and be okay. Uh, Marta has kicked harder addictions cold turkey than that one. And she's kicked that one. If it wasn't for those fake treats of January 6th,
That's when I
she was
started
11
smoking.
years of
Yeah.
not smoking.
Yeah.
Me, not so much. I loved and hated Sid at the same time. Well, here's a funny one. Okay, so the same Queen that when the Sex Pistols released God Save the Queen had the song banned has re-released the song for her Diamond Jubilee that's coming up. So God Save the Queen is being re-released at the request of the Queen who was the Queen
You know what
in
we,
the song.
you know what we call that?
What?
Reclaiming, bitch.
Reclaiming. And I'm sure, Johnny, there's actually, there's a series called Pistol about the Sex Pistols being
I don't remember where it
produced.
comes on.
It's coming out pretty damn soon. And it's only opposed by Johnny Lydon. He used to be Johnny Rotten, who's now a Trump supporter. But apparently the lawyers of the rest of the band have him dead to rights. And one of the members of the band had a bar right down the street from us when we were living in Hollywood, and we were all gonna go there, and we never did.
What are you talking?
Jonesy's.
I don't know if that's his bar.
I thought it was.
I don't
That
know.
was the whole thing.
No.
Well, they used to
It's
talk
called-
about it on the
it's-
show.
It's called. Oh, he did.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's
Because he had
called-
a radio show too.
It's been on. It's been there a really long time, but it could be his.
Yeah.
They have some stuff named him after him on the menu.
Eat My Scab says what? I just like to say Eat My Scab says what. Doesn't matter what he said. Yeah, they're re-releasing the Sex Pistols' God Save the Queen for the Diamond Jubilee of the Queen. And there is a series coming out called Pistol about the Sex Pistols. And I saw a clip, and fucking Johnny Rotten is fucking epic. I didn't see Sid in the thing, but I don't know how anybody can do better than Gary Oldman in Sid and Nancy. That was just fucking epic. It might have been his first role. I was just talking about that with Marta.
I remember.
Almost want to see it again. It was fucking
I
so
would totally
good.
see it again. I love it.
I'm sure it's probably on demand for free.
That scene where they're kissing by the dumpster and the trash is all blowing around was my favorite scene.
That's what I like about you. To our enemies' demise.
To our enemies' demise.
And to stopping lagging with your drinking.
Well, you're making me get up early. Well, I'll be up early anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
We stayed up till 2 and I still woke up at 8:30.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have to be a morning person tomorrow. The place where I think Marta really wants to go for Mother's Day does not take reservations. First come, first serve.
Honduran restaurant.
Luckily, it's 3 blocks away, so I'm gonna get up, have coffee, walk over there. You should be awake. I gotta wake Sasha up.
So we're gonna
And
start
then,
eating at 9?
Well, I'm gonna go over there and see how long the wait is.
Okay.
So around 9, we'll be getting up.
Oh, okay.
It's brunch.
Okay,
Best-
I better pick out my outfit.
Yeah, right. I got mine picked out. Shit, probably wouldn't wear it now.
I can't go in this.
Why can't you? Can't on Mother's Day you can't go in PJs.
I don't want to go.
3 blocks from your house.
No.
Man, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans on YouTube and TikTok. So, Love Gary Oldman. Yeah. What I was trying to figure out is like, was that his first role? I don't remember him in anything else other than that. It's like, and you definitely got on my radar then. Um, and then I think the last thing he played that I recall was Churchill.
Yeah, I don't know if he did anything after that.
Yeah, and that was fucking amazing. I mean, he's not that old, but the makeup job they did was epic. Happy Mother's Day, beautiful. Eat My Scab says Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. You might scab.
Lavola says Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
A bunch of other people sending roses. I'm sure that's for you. You know,
Thank
somehow
you.
those will make those. You know, that'll make it into your world when I cash those in.
Into my coffers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a thing that I really would like to see somebody take up on TikTok. Like when I had my 65,000 count banned on TikTok, I had about $30 of your money in there that suddenly became the property of fucking TikTok. And you know, it costs more for the lawyer than the $30, but I almost want to like next time my lawyer is over here, I almost want to talk to him about that. That's ain't right. 'Cause they took the turkey.
Yeah, he might just be able to send a simple official letter,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll be cutting you a check for $3.
Yep. So how are you? Have a wonderful day. I'm doing great. How are you? Uh, Sitting out here. It's a beautiful day in New Orleans. Not quite summer yet. Watching all of our plants
Perfect.
grow,
Yep.
and the birds singing, and the butterflies blooming,
The bees,
and
hopefully
the bees
soon.
buzzing.
Soon.
Yeah, been good. Been good. The dogs are sleeping. Good times. Oh, and it's a half an hour before their dinner time, so they'll start getting in my face pretty soon. Well, let's see. According to YouTube, it's been 92 minutes. All right, well, at 93 minutes, we're going to get out of here because 93 is a cool number. So this was my victory lap on TikTok, getting out of TikTok jail. Wish me luck. Mojo's great. He's passed out right over here.
The sun.
And over here on YouTube, it doesn't matter because, you know, we don't have that kind of bullshit going on YouTube. And there's probably, you know, people on TikTok should be flocking to fucking YouTube. You know, they have shorts. You can do shorts. You can do your 60-second videos. And they just don't have the kind of bullshit that goes on with TikTok. But I'll be posting stuff on TikTok too. So as our ancestors used to say, to remind us of the troubled times to which they came and the breadcrumb trail that they left you to follow in the ways. Merry meet, merry part. Merry meet again, y'all. And now, by YouTube.